Good morning, Vietnam! Oh no, that's the wrong channel. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Yes, you've got me, Richard. Sadly, Alison couldn't make it this morning, and our guest, Amy. I think there's been some mixed communication there, but not to worry, and just hope that everybody is well. So, what I thought I'd do, I'd come on, put the world to right, have a good moment, answer some of your questions, pull some of these oracle readings. Got some goodies to give away because I was at a holistic fair this weekend, if you've been watching, and I had a wonderful time. Wiccan, and oh, that was really good. Some really nice people. Got some goodies. Oh, I've got this huge box of goodies to give away, worth over £70. So I thought I'd come on, and you can, and because I'm a really, really nice person, I actually put my face on screen so you can see what I look like. Because I've had a lot of comments saying, we want to see you. Nah, not when I go live. But I'm happy to do this. So this morning is a little bit different with the brunch show. Sorry, just having a sip of water there. So I want to say some hellos. Just going to say good mornings to our lovely Terry, to Sue Chadwick, to Sally Ann, to Wendy Gawley, and to Helen. And that's on. So ask away. Ask any questions you want. I'm in a mood. I'm in a very contentious mood. I warn you now. I'm in a bubbly, wind-up, piss-taking mood today. Must be the excitement of this lovely, gorgeous summer weather that we've got out there. So yeah. How was your weekend, everybody? How was it? Did you have a good time? Did you go anywhere nice? Did you see anyone? Did you have a bit of fun? Wink, wink. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Good morning to Keith. Good morning to Julie. To Tilly, I see is on. And I see also Pamela from Australia is here. So Leslie's saying, so that's normal then? Absolutely, it's normal. Because you got to laugh. You got to smile. And I've got to put on one thing. The TikTok is not coming. There we go. Let's put that up on the screen. So I also say Amy's not here. I said miscommunication, but we wish everybody. So Richard's guest this week. Your host is Richard. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Delete the rest. There we go. That'll do. And if I move my dodgy picture up on screen, then you can see me. Hopefully that'll stop you guys from moaning. There we go. Let's move that to there. Put that over that one. There you go. There's me. Hello, me. There we go. And I can move that up further. And there we go. We're all sorted now. We've got everything ready to go and sorted. And Bobbly Bloody and all that sort of stuff. Bobbly Bloody, I just made that up. I have no idea what I'm talking about. It must be life. And being happy and being love in the world and all that stuff. Hi, Anne. Hi, Kerry. How you Borda. Angela, good morning from Salford. Good morning to you, Angela. Richard, you've got your playful side, Richard. I have, Sally. I'm in a very playful mood today. Don't read into that because I know what some of your minds are like. But I've got to show you something. Look at this. Look at that. It's a box with a ribbon round it. There, dear. It was given to us, but there we go. Is that around the right way? Can you see? There it is. Sacred. There we go. Where is it? Sacred offerings. I'll show you the picture of what's inside it. We are giving this away. It's all sealed, never been opened. We are giving that away. Let me find a picture. I should have got that ready, shouldn't I? I didn't think about that. Worth over £70. It was given to us over the weekend. This Sunday, we'll be giving that away. Sunday coming for VIP members only. And it's a special evening with inspired art with Helen Rogerson, who's going to be on. It's going to be on the channel. And she's going to give someone a reading. But it's not a reading what you expect. Because she doesn't draw spirit guides or loved ones. What she does, she gets inspired by spirit to draw, and so she draws these beautiful pictures and she colours them in, and then she gives a reading through it. So for example, something like this that she will do. And we've got a couple of these cards to give away, which we'll be giving away later. There we go. So she feels inspired by it, and then she does readings for it. So something totally different on a channel. Never done that before. So that's going to be different, but that's going to be via Zoom for VIPs this Sunday evening. So if you're a VIP, come along. So what's inside that box, I hear you say? And that's what's inside the box. Bath salt, sage, skincare lotion, crystals, all sorts of things that are inside this goodie box. Okay, so there you go. So if you're not a VIP, then go along and join up. It's 37p. That's all we ask, 37 pence for you to donate to us. And that makes you a VIP, and it helps support our channel. They are, Tilly, they are lovely pictures. And the artwork, if you're not sure who she is, go along and watch the Holistic Fair on Saturday, whereas in the Wickham Festival. Go along to that, have a look, and you see me giving her an interview, talking to her, showing her work. Really beautiful. So spoke to her about coming on, and this Sunday was the time she was available, which worked out perfect for us. They are, Helen, yeah. What Helen's saying, your unicorn oracle cards look enchanting, very magical. What drew you to buy them? I went to visit a friend, and we went into this crystal store that sells crystal stones, witchy stuff, and all sorts of things. And in one corner of the room there was this shelf of all tarot cards, and I was looking for an animal tarot card, like wolves or something, and couldn't see one there. And there was an animal tarot card deck there. I didn't like it, didn't feel to it. But then I saw the unicorn, and so I turned the box around and had a look at the back of the box. And of course it shows, this is what I saw at the back of the box. That's upside down, Richard Davsod. Saw that there, and I just fell in love with that picture. And then it was that one. And I thought, right, this one to do. And I was planning to give them away on air. But I kept them for myself because I'm a selfish bugger. I'm not selfish, actually. I give a lot, I like to think. So anyway, good morning. Good morning to Phil. Hope you're doing well. So just a gentle reminder for those who've just come on, if you're expecting Alison, the lovely Alison, and Amy, her guest. Sadly, communication issues and things going on. It's the universe wasn't on their side today. So I thought I'd come on and be a right pain in the backside. So yeah, any questions, if you want to ask me, the competition, some other goodies I've got. We're going to pull some cards for some people. And what did I buy? Where's the box? Where's it gone? I don't know, I've lost it. Oh yes, here it is. We'll be giving this away. Look at that. Let's move that out of the way. Oh. That's my cards. We're giving that away. And the idea of it is that you can dig it into the ground, you see, into plant pots and sort of thing, you know. So we'll be giving that away. There you go. She's like, she's flying. Yeah, I'm a big kid. Go for it. Deal with it. So we got that to give away as well. So the cards I'll be using today are the Oracles of the Unicorns by Cordelia. You should know that by now if you've been... Did you get yourself some chocolates? You know, Joanne, I totally forgot. I was talking to the lovely Patty, who's been on our channel many times, and she'll be back very soon doing some readings for people. Got chatting to her, and I totally forgot. And the woman came up to me, she said, thank you very much, because somebody purchased some chocolates live on air from her. And to say thank you, she said, help yourself to a bar of chocolate. And I went, oh, that'd be lovely. Totally forgot. Yes, Leslie, I will do a card for you. Any other question? Wait, bitches you want to conquer the looks and trying to very magical. Done that one. Just looking at some of your conference. Hi, Ken from South Africa. Any messages for you today? Yes, I've got a message for you, Caroline. Live long and prosper. There you go. There's a message. Yeah, absolutely, Wendy. Got to walk in the sunshine. It's still nice outside. Go out and enjoy it. Give that energy back to the body. We all need that sunshine. Even if you sit in your back garden, if you can't go too far, just take a book with you. Sit in the back garden, listen to the natural sounds. Hopefully not too much traffic around and people screaming and stuff like that. Just enjoy it. Listen to one of Leslie's meditations in your back garden. Put your headphones on. Watch last Friday's meditation, guided meditation with Leslie. Come into yourself. There you go. That's a good idea. But obviously after this show, of course. Peter Pan in drag. Yep, Phil, I think you should. Julie's asking for a card. Keith's asking me, I'll be possibly moving this year. Only you would know that, Keith. Then obviously, if you're planning to move, start making the action. It's only you can make things happen. No one else. Only you. That's my theory anyway. I don't believe that spirit interfere. My opinion, I don't believe that spirit interfere in things like that. Personally. So yeah. Yeah, I love a reading from a reader who hasn't got a clue what they're doing. Absolutely, Phil. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I waffle on and just think that's it. You know, why not? Helen's asking, can we see some of the pictures on the deck? I think they're great and I am drawn to buy some. I saw a baby version of these yesterday. These cards are baby versions. So these are just some of the cards that are there. I'm going to pull out my favourites so you can, some of my favourites, and so you can see. So these are the cards. Don't like that one. That's one of my favourites. That card very rarely comes out, you know. This magic card. I like that one as well. Strength. That one. I like the colour in that one. Hey, look at him. I love the amber in that one. I like that one. I like that one. And that's only because it's butterflies. That one. That's a nice card. I like that one. But these ones, out of all of them, these are my favourite ones. Action. Beloved. Purely because of the butterflies. Leadership. Possibility. And I like the colours in that one. Strength. I like the determination in the horse and the picture in that one and the eye. Awareness is one of my favourites. And intention. But I think my ultimate one is the magic, because I love the colour in that one. So yeah, they're my favourite ones in the deck. Yeah, Michelle, go and do the gardens. Do it, yep. So there we go. Let's give them. I don't know if you can see me shuffling them or not. There we go. That's a shuffle. Right, I'm going to pull a card for Leslie because she did ask. But I want this. The brunch show's about interacting everyone and getting involved. If you've got any questions, if you've got any opinions, voice them now. And let's really get this conversation going with everybody and not just one-sided. Should we do that? Let's get everybody involved in it, because I think sharing is caring, as the expression goes. But also, if you're something on your mind and you want to get off, others may have the answers as well, which can guide you and stuff like that. SPtv is a community, so let's make this brunch show a community show. Get involved, not just one-sided readings all the time and guidance. Let's really get everybody involved, shall we? That's what I think. Let's cut the cards. Hold on, where's the scissors? Boom, boom. Oh, get my coat. There we go. feel like a magician splitting the cards up like that. Hi Sally Ann, welcome back. Leslie's saying Richard is a nutter. That's my opinion. I don't know which Richard you're referring to, so obviously it's not me. So whoever this Richard is, I send them love and light for that negativity from Leslie saying that they're all bitches and nutters. But if she's talking about me, then she's probably right. There you go. Right, there we go. So this one is for Leslie, but I don't think she should really after that comment. Leslie, sanctuary. I think that's quite appropriate for you. There you go. We've been stuck indoors for so long, poor Leslie. You know. But, you know, when I've seen this card so many times, and for me, when you see the new moon, and then you've got the butterfly just at the top there. Let's have a look. There you go. Don't know if you can see that. So you've got the butterfly at the top. And then you've got the new moon, you've got the sanctuary. Yeah, my angel's falling down. Oh, I was pissed. I knew it went on a drunk last night. I wonder if angels drink. Well, there you go. That's a question, isn't it? You can imagine them all lined up, can't you? Getting drunk in a bar. And there's poor Archangel Michael in the corner shivering because everybody asks him to do everything for him and never gives in healing back to him. And he's just thinking, I need vodka. I need vodka. Anyway, yeah, so sanctuary and the colours. Obviously, I know what's going on with yourself, Leslie, because you've privileged me to hear what you've had to say, and I thank you for that. But what I feel with this card is saying to you, it is time now to come away. It is time for you to move on. And it's time for you to start looking for the future and where you want to go with it. Yes, when we're all stuck inside sometimes, we want this peace. We want this time away from the noise, the distractions of the world, and to get away from this busy lifestyle. But sometimes we need to get out a bit more of ourselves to actually enjoy what life has for us. So spending more time each morning, maybe just getting up and thinking, right, one step further to your goal. Okay. And also I think with that will actually give you some more clarity, because where you've been having all these situations around you, it's one thing after another thing after another thing. And you're thinking, when is this going to end? Well, sometimes we need to put that thought out in our mind and say, right, okay, today I'm going to do this. I need that clarity of where I'm going to step forward. The next stage is in your evolution, if we say it that way, is on its way. But you've got to go forward with this, how and where you think and where you want to go with your life. And when you do that, I think this sanctuary of having that clarity is going to help you move forward. It's going to take you these new steps. And it's also going to be around this peace and quiet that you've been asking for. There's also news of, I feel, of a new beginning, like a birth or a new start of project or a new idea that's slowly forming, and it needs to now start to come out. You've had time to sit and think, and start making these plans going forward for you. Okay, I hope that helps in some way for you there, Leslie. Miss Leslie. So Michelle, John is saying, not quite sure, but I will ask to get back to you on it, or is the explosion going to... Oh, all right, okay, that's something else. Composition. Who else? What else have we got on here? Angels drink the nectar of the gods. Really, Julie? The nectar of the gods. Think about it. Think about it. Yeah, let's not think about it. Oh dear. See, that's my warped sense of humour. That's what that is. Oh dear. Never mind. Sally Ann, is it said we have one main spirit guide through our lives? How can I find out their name other than meditation? Well, this is my opinion. Okay, and I question about guides, and I know there's a few people on who's going to disagree or whatever, and I don't care. It's their opinion. We have a right to our opinion, and we can share it, whatever. Think about this. Just planting the seed here. Okay. just imagine if our spirit guide is us, really. There's billions of people on the planet, so there's got to be billions of guides out in the spirit world, or wherever this thing is, right? Where'd they come from? So could it be that our spirit guide, our soul sort of thing, let's say, is us really in the spirit world? We've left a part of us there, who then comes down to the earth plane to have these experiences, right? Possibility. So if we have that then, and through our lives we have certain teachers. We go to school, we get educated. We go to college, we get educated. We go to university, we get educated. And they're all different people who are guiding us on our pathway. Now, as we go through our lives, is it that our main guide, our gatekeeper, if you want to call it that, is us, making sure we're doing what we're meant to be doing, and not some other guide there? And then, for example, as we progress with our lives, we have these certain individuals, these certain spirit energies that come in and then support us through our education as a spirit energy. Okay, why would a native Indian, let's say there's a native Indian, which is the most popular thing nowadays, and the Chinese guide, who doesn't know us, has no interest in what we're doing, why would they come to us and say, I want to go with Richard and guide him? What would be the purpose of that? I don't know. Maybe there is. I know Phil has a Chinese guide. Maybe he can answer that for everyone. So that I don't understand. And then secondly, when you're asking for a name, it's a human thing. Is a name really important? People want to know their guides. They want to know about what their name is. They want to know what they look like. Is that just a human thing because we have to give a description or a name to something? And then you look at it another way. Does it matter? As long as you feel you're being guided. So if then all of a sudden, when we pass, our spirit guide turns up and they go, oh, it's me. But I thought you was a Native American. And it'd be like, yeah, but no, that's what you perceived me to be. That's what I showed you to be because that's what you expected. If I showed you me, i.e. you think, oh, was that my imagination or was that spirit? Just a thought to think about it, you know. So yeah, just that's what I think, Sally. That's my opinion. So I think it's not needed. I know people say meditate to meet your guide. Really? I met my guide and my animal totem. That wasn't through meditation. If it helps, then so be it. If I meditate, I fall asleep and probably end up snoring. I don't know if I snore, actually. Never been told. But anyway, so that's my thoughts on that. There you go. You're welcome, Leslie. Hope it helps in some ways. Right, who else wanted a card? Who else wanted a card? Let's have a look. Who's on? Oh, good morning to Sharon. I've just seen Sharon on as well. Hello, Joseline. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Kai. I just seen Anne's comment saying drinking Adam's ale. Helen's asking for a card. Hi, Julie. You're welcome, Sally. I don't know if that helps, but I think personally, look for it. Richard, I would call that your higher self. I think along with, what was that? Missed that comment in. What was that from? Julie Caswell saying, Richard, I would call that your higher self. I think along the same lines. Famous guide, Silver Birch came across as a Native American, but wasn't. There you go. Terry was saying, give me one if you want, Richard. Tell me what my future holds. Make sure it includes a lottery win. Yeah. I've been asking for a lottery win for ages. So good morning to Diane. Hope you're doing well. Hi to Julie. Excuse me for my cough. So yeah, any other controversial topics you want me to think about or talk about? Because I like putting my input on things. I like people to make them think and not just accept what a so-called medium is saying to you. You have your own mind, you have your own free will, and surely as an individual, as a being that can think, that has their own mind, you can make your own judgments up, you can make your own beliefs up. We did this test the other week, didn't we, when I was doing the free card pool, and I think it was 90% of you could relate to what I said through a test that we did. So sometimes we have to take on what's brought. I think with tarot cards and crystals and any other type of divinations, is how you interpret things. For me, the ultimate proof is mediumship. You look at, for example, the weekend when we was at the in Bournemouth with SPtv hosting the event with Wimbledon, and the demonstration of mediumship and trance work that was there was mind-blowing. The evidence that was given, offered to complete strangers who've never met. Now that's purely a sign and evidence to say that we are still alive once the body dies. The mind still continues somehow. And none of us will know the truth. Not one of us will ever know the truth until we're over there. Now, if that's the case, why don't these mediums, who's been so-called mediums for 20, 50, a million years, okay, 20, 30 years, why don't they come back and tell us? Because every thought that we have, every way of our lives will be different. Everybody has a different way of seeing their heaven, their spirit world. So if they did come back and told them what they're seeing and what's happening, it's going to be different to someone else because how they perceive it to be. So it's never going to be the same. If you're a Christian and you believe that you're going to go up and see St. Peter at the gates and you've got to give him a password to get in, so be it. As a spiritualist, you believe that when you pass and you go to spirit, your loved ones are going to meet you. So how do we get trapped spirits? So then with that in mind, your loved one's going to be there to take you over. Absolutely, Terry. Maybe we're not meant to know until we get there. It's very controversial, I think, this topic, this subject. But no one can be honest. So when a medium says to me, this is what I know, really? Well, who told you? My spirit guide. Well, how do you know that's true? Because apparently we have mischievous spirits. But our guide is there to protect us from any mischievous spirits coming in. So hold on a minute. So if that's the case, why are we then praying at the beginning of a circle to protect us from negative spirits when surely our spirit guide is there to stop them from coming in? Well, they've gone off to the toilet or something, so they creep in. It doesn't make sense to me. And I think a lot of mediums do it to get on the bandwagon, to earn money. I'm not saying all do this, but they give their opinions because they've been told about this opinion. Go back 20 odd years. You're sitting in the church and the medium will say to you, please speak up. I need to hear and see you because spirit needs to hear and see you. Really? We've proved it on this channel thousands of times that is not the case. The spirit on the other end cannot see you, and if you're behind the scenes, we're going to show you one day what happens behind the scenes. Bill and Hughes and I were talking, and we're going to show you what goes on behind the scenes during the show. And so the guests on our channel have no idea who the reading's for. They don't see them, they don't hear them. They get the information from spirit, and it's relayed. So all that codswallop from mediums going back all those years ago, I need to hear and I need to see you, uncross your arms, uncross your legs, blah, 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 blah. We've proven it does not matter at all. Yes, I can understand if you're in church and you ask them to speak up because the medium needs to hear with the response. But when you hear a medium say, oh, everybody else wants to hear what you're saying, well, is that ego? Because they want to hear a yes. And when they get a no, well, hold on to that. Or it'll come. You think, no, give me the evidence. When I see a medium turn around and say, you know who I've got here? You know it's your husband. Oh, come on. Really? There's no evidence whatsoever there. There could be people in that congregation. Yes, you might know this person for many years. Is that a cop-out from the medium? Give me the evidence to prove you are communicating with the loved one who supposedly is there. That's what I say. I very rarely get messages, and when I do, it's so short, but the evidence is given to me first because I am skeptic. I call myself an open-minded skeptic. There's too many frauds out there. There's too many mediums giving out information who do not give the evidence. And spiritualism is about life after death and proving that you are communicating with an entity from a past entity. That's what it's about. And when a medium doesn't deliver that, that's no proof to me. Okay? So use your mind, use what you know. Don't always take face value. I remember the lovely Colin Fry once. We met many, many times. And there was one occasion he was doing his trance, and I cannot recall the question I asked. I was lucky to be a part of an audience. He was in trance with Magnus, and I asked a question, as I said, I can't recall it, but his answer I do remember. His answer was, you are pure spirit. You have to question everything. So from that day, I did. And yes, I probably rattled many, many feathers and annoyed many people. But you know what? Why? It's because I'm being frank. I'm asking what I was told by Spirit to do, and that was to ask questions. So if someone rattles and don't like me asking questions, what are they hiding? There you go. Anyway, I really went onto that one there, didn't I? Ah, dear. Yes, Wendy, you got to ask questions. Keith, have fun exploring and fun places. Oh, yeah, that's different. Yeah, Sally Ann saying, I've been very lucky enough to see my nan in such a way, sat in my mum's kitchen after being passed over. Beautiful. Kai say, can you see my guides? How many are there? Yet again, Kai, why would Spirit show me your guide? Surely that is a personal thing to you, for you to experience. Why would a guide come and say, you know what, mate? You know, his guide is a plumber. You're going to think, really? But how do you know that plumber's not a spiritual being? We're all spiritual beings. But why should they show themselves to me first? Surely they should show themselves to you first and get you inspired. It's a personal thing. So why should someone else give it to you? In my opinion. Joanne Lewis saying, God has a way of showing the answer to your questions. I always prefer to ask for the wisdom to understand. Why are you saying God is showing you the answer to your question? It could be you. You just happen to walk past a window and there's there. And you're saying, oh, well, that's God did that. Really? Prove it. Prove to me that this so-called entity, God, did that. So we're perceiving a man on a cloud, let's say, who created this planet. Really? There's such thing called evolution. I think too many people put the emphasis on a so-called being God. Well, if that's the case, why? There was a clip by, I've forgotten his name. I'll dig it out and put it on. But he talks about God to be the most evilest thing ever, who creates famine, who creates death, who creates heartache. But he loves you. But he'll send you to hell. Really? Where's compassion? So you're saying this God would take away a child's life. What, so it can experience being a child for so many minutes or months or whatever? Which God would do that? If you're pure spirit, why are we hurting one another? We're meant to be love and light, love and energy. So why would this love and energy, this God figure, do this? Oh, let me remember what people say. Because we have free will. That's a big cop-out, isn't it? Really is. We put too much on this so-called entity, this being, because we want someone to blame. It's human nature to blame. Instead of taking responsibility of our actions, we pass it on to others. But we shouldn't. We should take the responsibility and the things that we do. And once we do that, we can then understand ourselves as a spiritual being. Yes, people say it's all about learning, it's all about growing, but you have to grow yourself as a human. Once you grow yourself and understand what you want with your life, then you can move forward with your spirituality and grow. But anyway, I went into one there. I just want to read what Phil said here. Let's have a quick look. It's very possible that aspects of our soul are blended with separate spiritual beings who have elected, with our permission, to work with in a particular incarnation. In my case, and confirmed by mentors, it's about social contract between myself and the spirit guide, particularly in terms of service to the collective, i.e. philosophical content and trance clairvoyance. He agrees that one should always question, particularly in... I can't see the rest of the comments, so it's too much. Yeah, and absolutely, because we have this spiritual entity, which is us. And apparently, and I said, this has not been proven yet, because I haven't witnessed it, that when we pass, part of our collective mind goes and gets shared. Apparently, a bit like the Borg if you're into Star Trek, so you get assimilated and all your knowledge gets shared, right? So apparently that's the case with us, spirit energy. Well, okay, let's put a thought into that. So why is it when you ask a question and a medium in trance would turn and say, I don't know that answer, I'll have to find out? Really? But I thought we shared our collective mind, so therefore you would know. Another question. In 1947, apparently a UFO came and landed in New Mexico and aliens were seen. Well, okay, let's just go with this idea at the moment. There were witnesses to this in the army who took the bodies and the parts. So someone does know that something was there. So by now, the person has possibly died. And they've gone to spirit, they've shared their collective mind. So someone like me would come along and say to spirit, are there aliens? And they say, I don't know, there's a collective mind. I think, well, hold on a minute. But someone witnessed this in 1947. So all her collective mind have witnessed this. That's been shared to all this spirit energy. So surely you've got the answer for me then. Because it's shared knowledge. Here's another thought then. Humankind don't know how the pyramids were built. Why not? Why isn't there a medium that's gone into trance, meditated or whatever, and got the answers? Because it's a shared collective mind, so therefore someone up there should surely know how it was made. Just a thought. God, that went on a bit there. Should I do reading for someone? Well, you asked for it, you know what I mean? So. Right, who wanted a reading, by the way? I did say that it's going to be one of them mornings, didn't I? I did say that. So. Yeah, Michelle, just read your comment there. Everyone has their own beliefs and things that bring them comfort. I respect all, even if I don't feel or think the same. Absolutely 100%. And I can see the comments saying they agree with you. I'm not here to badmouth religion, faith, or anything like that. It's just my thoughts. I said at the beginning, these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. You don't have to agree with them. And SPtv slogan is bringing spiritual people together. And that means any type of walk of life. And if people believe what they want to believe, then so be it. But I always say, for me, still question, in my view. But if it makes someone happy, as long as they don't preach it to others and cause harm to other people, then allow it to happen. It's when they start to preach, dictate, and take away my independence, my own free will, then I don't like that. Yes, Keith, I haven't mentioned, there is one thing you haven't mentioned, Richard, unconditional love that spirit brings through the medium. Absolutely, yeah. It's like if you're on the earth plane and you trip up as a child. The child gets up crying. You rub their arm, their leg, their knee, whatever the case may be. They feel great. They run off. And through their lives, they look up to their parents for that wisdom, for that knowledge. And there's that love that builds and that strength. So when they eventually pass, we get emotional because they've been there and we haven't got that physical hold anymore. But we know through our mind that they're still there. So when they come through, they're given this love, they're given this energy to us to say, look, I'm here. I can't physically hold you, but I can possibly give you a sign, like they might give you a sign of a robin or a butterfly or something else that you believe to be a sign to say, I'm here. I'm watching, I'm trying to guide, I'm trying to be helpful as much as I possibly can to my limitations as a spirit energy. I can't pick the car up and move it or give you a parking space, in my opinion, but I can still be there for you. And that is, as you rightly said, Keith, unconditional love. Tilly's asking, where do you feel your ability to read cards come from? I don't. Tilly, I'm openly that I don't know anything about cards. I don't know anything about mediumships. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I'm not nothing. I'm just someone who likes to have a good old chinwag and give my thoughts across, my opinions, but not dictate to anyone. And I look at the cards and, for example, if I picked up anger right now, what do I feel from the card? And that's it. And I just make it up. Because I don't know where the information is. It a sixth sense, which I call psychic ability, because we all have it. Same as mediumship, we all have it. We just have to be trained, or it just, some people are lucky, it just switches on, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, absolutely, Wendy. Yeah, it's always good to have a healthy discussion with people who think differently. And there is a brand new show coming to our channel in April. With a gentleman called Neil, I can't remember, Beamnan, I think it is. And it's going to be a debate show, a real intense debate show, where he's going to put his opinion, his thoughts across, and hopefully get you guys to respond, bring some guests on. And we've always wanted a debate show on our channel, not to upset anyone, but to make people think for themselves, to see a different perspective to what's going on in their lives. So Phil's asking, doing a meeting shortly, so would appreciate a bit of your infinite wisdom before I dash off. Oh, that's a compliment there. So I think, Phil, I'll give you a quick card, but wisdom, I'm not sure about that, but here we go. If I can shuffle the cards, that is. Why don't they just make them that a little bit smaller so you can shuffle them a lot easier? Hope. That is your card, and it says on the card for you, Phil, stay positive, the worst is behind you, look up to the light. And if I move that card closer, I'm not sure if you can see, but they have this beautiful green eyes, and I like the idea of the light shining through, and I see that as like inspiration and where your life is going. Hello to people saying hello to me. Hello. So hope. So Phil, for you is hope. And what I get from this card is that there has been challenging periods in your life. And we all have these challenging periods in our lives. But sometimes we can't get out of this darkness. We always seem to be going round in circles. And the only time we get off this merry-go-round is when we actually sit down and think, I've learned. That makes so much sense. I've been doing the same thing all the time, and I always get hurt. Prime example is that we always seem to follow the pattern with relationships. And a lot of relationships can end quite badly. Hopefully we don't have that experience. And why am I always getting hurt? Well, maybe because you keep going with the same person all the time. And if we look at something different, as a new person who's totally different to what we're used to, maybe you'll be happy, but you haven't given that person a chance because you haven't thought that someone who looks differently, who acts differently, is what you're going to be attracted to. So sometimes we have to take a gamble and choose something different in our lives. And I think at this time with yourself, Phil, is that we can always fill our heart with hope, can't we? And we think about the worst things that's happened and all these situations, and we can move forward if we take notice of the lessons that we've learned in the past. There's always new possibilities in everybody's lives, be it for peace, happiness, and the prosperity that we have. But if we believe in our abilities and we feel that you've learned something that's been broken, we can return to this complete wholeness. And I believe this card is saying to you, all this chaos, all this heartbroken, everything that's been around for you that has been causing you this upset is now moving, because you've seen situations that you want to change. You want to go forward. And this card is saying to you, there is reinsurance, there are new beginnings if you want them. But it's only those new dreams and desires are going to work if you make them work. No one else is going to knock on the door and say, knock, knock, here they go, Phil. This is your new life. It's not going to happen. You know that. I know that. So you've got to take a stand and say, I'm going to do this now. I want to go forward in my life. I don't want to look back. Start looking for these new destinations, new beginnings, new changes. But as you go on this new pathway, be patient with it, because sometimes we rush into things without thinking. If we think for ourselves and we do things for ourselves, not for everybody else, for you, then you will move forward, and every step of the way is going to be guided by your inspirers to make you go back to the path where you really, truly want to go to. Okay? That's what I feel from that card. I hope that helps in some way there for you. There we go. That's it. Hi, Jessica. I see Jessica's come on in here. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget today, sadly, Alison can't be here today. I can imagine her, I think she's sorting her kitchen out. So if she's watching, hi to Andy as well, who's doing all the work. I believe Alison has got the whip out and smacking him and saying, do that, do this, do that. And poor Andy's working in slaving. He's probably lost all his hair now. So yeah, so hands up to Andy. And Alison, I hope the kitchen goes well. I am so going to get a message in a minute from her, so I can feel it already. So hi to Alison anyway, and to Amy, who couldn't make it. There was a bit of miscommunication, so hence why I thought I'd pop on. So Heidi's post is saying, I'm going for Richard's advice. She's now looking for a 4-foot man with a massive nose and a vegetarian. If anyone knows where he's hiding. Yep, I think there's quite a few hiding there. They're called trolls. Not really. Okay. Oh dear. So there. Oh, that was funny. That made me laugh. Have a good day to yourself, Phil. Oh, Alison is just saying, pop in. Oops. I gotta run and hide now. Oh dear, that's funny. So. Julie, I just see that you're sending positive vibes to poor Andy. We like Andy. I cannot wait to meet him. I really can't. We have some wonderful stories about Andy and from Alison, so I'm really looking forward to meeting him. And I'm pretty sure we're just going to click and have a good giggle over Alison's expense, I would imagine. Or the other way around, I should say. Right, who else is here? Who's asked for a reading? Let's have a quick look. Tilly's here. Tilly's asking for a reading. And so is Sally Ann. Tilly, you know what I've been forgetting to do, don't you? I've been forgetting to put on the screen those who I'm giving readings to. Oops. There we go. I think I've done that. There we go. There's Tilly. I've just seen Jessica saying, so what can I look forward to that what spirit can guide me in? How about putting your feet up and have a nice cup of cocoa? There you go. That's what you can look forward to. Or go out and enjoy yourself. Look at it. The weather is blue skies outside. Well, where I am. It is where I am, I should say. Go out, enjoy it. ring up a friend and say, do you want to meet for coffee? Let's go and watch the world go by. Someone you haven't spoken to for a while. I had a lovely message from the wonderful Kate Buxton the other day and this morning saying, I haven't spoken for a while. Do you fancy, I cannot shuffle these cards this morning, do you fancy meeting for a quick coffee? I went, yeah, let's meet for lunch. I'm looking forward to that. So sometimes it's worth just texting a friend, saying, are you doing anything? Do you want to go somewhere? Why not? See, Alison, I told you, I'm way back now. Too busy ranting, that's why, Richard, I can't get the stuff. Yeah, I like a good rant. It's got to be done. Tilly, this one's for Tilly. Flow. Oh, it's one of my favourite cards, isn't it? The amber on here. Look at that. And the strength that's needed. The energy. It says on the card, find an easier path forward, surrender the outcomes, release your expectations. So Tilly, so what do we get? What do I feel? There's that magic word again. What do I feel? I just want to feel real. Bit of a Robbie there. Obviously he's not as good singer as I am. There you go. So flow. So what do I feel? What I get from here is that there's a lot of strong attachments in certain situations and outcomes that you're struggling to resolve. Okay, that's what I feel. I feel that you're just fighting, hence with the horses galloping forward, that you keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and it just seems no doors are opening. That you always seem to be going 1 foot forward, 1 step back, as the expression goes. But just keep going. You are a strong person. Don't allow others that are around you to dictate what to do with your life and give you opinions where you know in your heart that it's not right. I know you probably feel exhausted because you're trying to push yourself forward, and it seems as though no one is listening to you. This could be on a mental level and a physical one. So what are we going to do about this? Well, maybe with the situations that's going on around you, instead of you trying to take hold of what's going on and trying to deal with the situation, maybe hand it to someone else. So look, I'm not going to deal with the situation any longer. You can deal with it. And when we have that, this person might think, oh, I don't know. What do I do? Well, I'm not going to deal with it. I've had enough. I need to think about myself. You need to think about relaxing. Stop trying to force things on people, forcing things onto you. You need to relax. You need to go with the flow. Okay, you need this energy, this healing around you right now. And when you let go, you will find that miracles do happen, and that you will find that better outcomes will start flowing your way. And you'll improve in your own mentality, your physically, and you can start surrendering and saying, I'm not going to do this. Give it to someone else to deal with. I'm living my life the way I want, and start going with the way you want to live, how you want it and where you want it to go. Okay? And I think when you stand up, it will work for you. Okay, I know it's a short reading, but Tilly, I hope that helps and makes sense in some way. I've just seen that Leslie's going. Leslie, you are welcome. You have a great day. Hope you feel better soon. Love and light to you and healing and so forth. So that was that there. So any other questions? Any other thoughts? Any other ideas? Don't forget, we are a community channel and we want you to get involved. This is what this brunch show is all about, is to get you involved and get your opinions. Have fun with your opinions. Yeah, I might have a rant and rave, and I'm good at ranting and raving. I need to get rid of that. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Because Amy's not here, probably still in bed, bless her. Early on a Monday morning, not a chance. Oh, come on, Heidi. Oh, I like that. Good question, Alison. Alison, who runs this show. Just a quick question to you all. How would you feel about actually coming on screen when you receive a reading on the Brunch show? So let's say I was doing a reading right now to someone, one of my fakies, and that person came on screen. Okay, should we do an experiment then? The next person who wants a reading, if they're willing to come on screen with me, I'll bring them on and I'll give them a reading. And I'll put on the Skype details as well. I agree with you, Wendy. Yeah, it's not for everybody. And I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it. Let's put it on mute. Oh, I had a sneezing fit there. Sally's saying she's not dressed. It's not that type of show. And Heidi's sat in bed with her PJs. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. Tilly saying thank you very much. I absolutely know that, although you say that I didn't think you can read cards. You're 100% correct, and all you have said. And well, if it makes sense, you owe me £25. There we go. I'm just joking. Right, I'm launching my Skype. And 90 still in a Joanne. Joanne is still in a 90. Oh dear, what are you guys like? Sharon's asking for a message, so I'm just gonna get hold of the SPtv Skype details because we run everything through Skype. So you have to have Skype installed. And if you want a reading, and I'll give you a reading live on air, if you want to come in, I will give you the Skype details. So you go into Skype, you go into search. Terry Wall, I look like rubbish, and I don't like being on live camera. So you look like rubbish. So you like wrappers and plastic bottles and beans all over the place. Okay. So you've got to be on Skype. So I will send you the Skype details, and I'll give you a reading if you want one. It's something to try. So well done, Alison, for the idea. We can do that. I'm not usually dressed when I'm hosting the show, Alison. Yeah, I think you are, Alison. Otherwise, we would see you. Anyway, let's not go down there. Yes, I'm covered in beans. Lawrence, it's Heinz baked beans. There are other products out there, but I don't like them because I'm fussy. I like Skype. We use Skype for SPtv because it is secure. The downside with it, though, it's quite beefy. You need some decent graphics and a good connection. Otherwise, it's not great. Hence why a lot of people use WhatsApp. And I've never tried WhatsApp on our system. Maybe that's another idea we can do. I will investigate. See if we can bring WhatsApp, because most people use WhatsApp, into our system. That's a good idea. Heidi's saying you don't see the leather hot pants. She's under the desk. Oh, what's this show turning into? Alright, who asked for a reading? Let's have a look. It's weird because now I understand when people say, who am I drawn to? And I did this the other day, and for the first time for me, I actually saw someone's name light up in like bold. And I thought, well, that's weird. It's probably just the settings on the computer or something. I don't know. And yeah, and I saw it in bold, and it was, I thought, oh, I'll give that person a reading. It was like really bizarre. Never thought about that. Anyway, I have no idea what time's this show meant to finish. Alison, is it 12:30 this show finishing? If you can let me know. Right. Who's never ever had a reading off of me? Ever. And don't forget, for your VIP, it's meant to finish at 12. Oh, I've gone over. I'll go to 12:30 then. Because I'm kind. You sure it's only an hour? I thought your show was an hour and a half. Who's never ever had a reading off me? Jade is saying, me. Heidi's never had a reading. I thought, yes, you have. You've had a reading off me. I've seen Joe. I'm going to shorten your name. Hope you don't mind me calling you Joe. There you go. Ooh. There we go. Joe. Right. I love it all about the hot pants. Oh, that was Carol saying that. Right. Joe, for you. I've just seen Jessica's comment here. How can I find my divine soul purpose? Why? Why do you want to know? Surely life is about experiencing. What door? What's behind that door? What's happening? Will I meet someone new in my life the following day? Isn't it great not knowing really, and to experience that day and enjoy that day because it's a present, hence the word present. So enjoy it. I'm going to go off in a minute. I'm going to go outside in this lovely weather. I'm going to walk to my local town and I'm going to see what's there. And I don't know, I might bump into someone and go, oh, I'll have fancy a quick coffee. And they're going to go, oh yeah, go on in. And they're going to sit there hearing me rattling on for about an hour and get thinking, I wish I never said yes now, sort of thing. But you just never know. So isn't that wonderful feeling, not knowing? Not knowing when your child's going to take that first step, or when your child's going to say the first word like daddy or mum. Never knowing it, it's just going to happen. And you get that emotion filled up inside you when they take the first steps. And you've been teaching them how to do these things. And when they eventually do it, it's that pride. You feel happy, feel that joy. But you're never going to know when it's going to happen. What if, for example, someone said to you, your first word for your child is going to be on December the 21st, 2044, and you're going to turn around and go, oh, okay, I look forward to it, but it's not going to be the same because I know it's going to happen. But when it's unexpected, when you plan to meet up with friends and you think, oh, come on, let's just go out. Yeah, go on in. And you say, go out. And you have a fantastic time. But sometimes when you plan it, it doesn't go to plan because your expectations are too high. So there you go. But Jessica, you say no children at 33 years old. You still got plenty of time. Loads and loads of time. I think Madonna had her child when she was nearly 50, I think, was it? Or some celebrity had it at 50. You've got plenty of time. And why get married? Why do you think, oh, I need to get married? Why? If you're with someone and you're with them for a long time, yeah, it's nice to be walked down the aisle and all this sort of stuff. But in today's society, you can still be with the person as your common life partner and have the same benefits. And then sometimes life just sends us a curveball, and you've got to experience it and have fun on the way. So, Joe, sorry about waffling on there and leaving you there. Hi to Naomi, hi to Tanya, good afternoon, evening, wherever you are from. Polarity, that's for you, Joe. That's yours. And it says on the card, integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. That's what it means. Yin and the yang and the feng shui stuff. That's how I look at it. We can't have the positive without the negative. Because then we can learn from that, can't we? We can learn from where we go. That once we understand something, we learn and we grow and we move on. And sometimes we just sit there and let the world go by, and we judge others without even understanding the situation in their lives. So when we can put out a different vibe, I should say, spit it out, Richard, and understand what someone's going through with that situation, then we can understand. But if we sit in the darkness all the time and not willing to learn and not willing to grow or understand certain situations, you're going to be narrow-minded, you can have your own point of view, but you're not allowing your mind to expand. So what happens? We start to get deceived. We have deception around us. And we start to listen to certain stories and we believe it. Never listen to the BBC News. I don't care if I openly admit that. They are the worst people with their fake news. They will tell lies and destroy people's lives for a story. It has been proven many, many, and many times. Just don't believe the word that they say. I do not trust that channel whatsoever. But that's my opinion. You might believe that they're right. When you do your investigation, you will prove that they're very corrupt. Anyway, moving on. So, with yourself, Joe, I think at this moment in time that you're trying to you're keeping yourself in the dark side, if I want to say that. And it's about time you started being open to other possibilities that's coming your way. That have this true freedom is by understanding, is by learning. And once we have this freedom, we can move forward. So if you're shackled and you're just sitting in the dark side, taking on one side of someone's opinion or one side of what someone is telling you, you won't have your free mind. Question that's what's been given to you. Question what someone says, because sometimes there's deceit there. And they're just being selfish with their own needs to sort of entrap you. So you've got to come to the light to get away from this darkness. I don't know what the situation's going on in your life, but I hope that makes sense in some way. And that's for you. I know it's short, but that's what I feel with that. Otherwise I'll waffle on like I usually do. So who else? Who, yet again, has never ever had a reading off me? Carol Baker. I don't know why. I just seen your name in bold. Weird. This is really weird. I don't feel drawn, but since doing this, maybe I'm being inspired. I don't know. Your name's just popped up in my head, and it's like in bold. It's weird. Very weird. I can't explain it. Very strange. Good afternoon, Karen. So, Carol Baker. Very weird. As he throws the cards away. Patience. I love that song by George Michael, Patience. Have you heard it? Oh, lovely. I like George Michael. I miss him. He was a fantastic singer. Shame though, you know, you get all this popularity and you think the world is for you. Oh, you can fly anywhere, you've got lots of money. But he was depressed. He was getting overweight, he was getting obese. He let himself go. He allowed all this to happen. It's a shame that celebrities, and so I can understand when celebrities say, I don't want to do interviews. I don't want you knowing about my life. Just leave me alone, let me enjoy it. And it's, sadly, people want to know about these famous people, and then some jump on the ego trip and do everything, and then years go by and they say, leave me alone, leave me alone. You're thinking, well, it was alright a few years ago when you wanted to be popular and earn lots of money, wasn't it? So, anyway, Carol, patience. And what's it say on the cards? It says, pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. Absolutely. While we're waiting, while we're growing in our own lives, we've got to enjoy it. Because if you just let things go by and you don't think about yourself, then you'll live in someone else's life. You're not enjoying what you have, what you can offer. And I think at this moment in time with you, Carol, I feel is that you need to have a change. You're wanting, you're asking for this change. And I don't think this is just you. I think this is also what's going on around you over a situation with your family, that you want things to change for them, for the better. And you would do if you're a mother. You want the best for your children. But you can only be the best when you look after yourself and what's right for you. Because then that would rub off to others around you. As an example, when I see my sister, she was in a not so good way in her life. And so it was being negative, and she was drawing all these negative people around her. So when we finally sat down and said, look, this is what's going on, you got to think for yourself what you want to do. Stop taking people's advice or opinions. Do what's right for you, not what's right for your family, but what's right for you. And by listening to simple words saying, love yourself, be a better person for yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are a beautiful person. Once you believe in this and you believe in your abilities, these negativities would just go to one side and they'd be pushed away, because people will think, oh, she's being a bit negative, but you're not, you're being positive. And they don't like that. They don't like you standing up for yourself. So when situations happen around you and the anxious from you and the stress that you're receiving from everybody else, you're thinking, this is rubbing off on me. It's affecting my life. It's affecting my family's life. And it won't get resolved until you stand tall. And that's what's going on, I feel, around you at the moment. But it's also the opposite when you look at it as well. If you are a negative person giving out negative information and negative vibes, these others are going to take this on and they start looking at you differently. So then people start thinking, oh, don't want to speak to that person. They're very negative. So when you start to feel this positiveness around you, your life and your family, and you send out these vibes, you can then turn around and say, I've been patient enough and taken all this, putting it bluntly, crap from everyone. I'm now going to fight back. And I feel at this moment, this card is saying to you to relax. This is a good period for waiting. It's a good time for knowing that this energy is coming to you, and certain activities and new beginnings and new changes are coming your way. But don't just rush into things. Take your time, take your patience as you step forward into this new beginning, this new life. Now, that may not be directly at you, but it's something around you. So it could be a loved one who's going through the situation where you need to pass on this information. All playback on the playback. I hope that helps in some way. A sip of water, a few more minutes to go. Now, is there any VIPs are on who would like a reading? Let's do a VIP. Just put VIP if you're VIP. So it's a VIP to SPtv, not just VIP to any other clubs that you may be joined to. Right, let's have a quick look. Hi Rhonda, I see you here. I wish you all the best, Jessica. I've just seen some of your comments over on YouTube. Don't forget, guys, we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Heidi's saying, when will I find my troll? It's a new beginning for you, so you're going to find them very soon. Look in a garden. You can find them in a flower centre or a garden centre. There you go. All right, that's for you, Heidi. So you're going to find your new troll there in somewhere where there's flowers and gardens. Remember that we will check to see that you are a VIP. So if you're just saying you're a VIP and we know you're not, then you won't. If that makes sense. So, right, I'm just going to pull random cards. One card, really quick for someone. Joanne Lewis, magic. Could it be magic now? Oh, look at that. So you've got a bit of singing in there. Magic, make a wish, believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. So, Joanne, I feel at this moment in time, take on board what's been said. Miracles will happen. There's also a change with your spirituality, I feel, with this, hence why I think you've got like a little spirit guide on the end there. And it's saying to you, start to listen, believe, don't judge, but believe in what you're hearing, but get the evidence. That's the important thing. For you, I'm going to pull a quick card for Jessica. Imagination is your card, Jessica, and it says envision a new reality. There you go. What did I say? What did I say, anyone? And it's in the cards. Look at that. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. There you go. I think that's quite. Let's bring that so you can see the angel wings. I believe spirit are there, and they're going to be with you. You just got to allow this imagination. Your dreams and desires will come true. But don't just let it knock on your door. You've got to go out there and find it. You've got to take that first step. It's like everybody. We have to make these first steps. If we don't make these first steps, nothing will happen. You've got to stand up. You've got to stand tall. And you've got to believe that you are a beautiful person. You are a beautiful spirit. And love yourself, because when you love yourself and that radiation comes from you, then others will feel that radiation, and you are just beloved. Okay, believe in yourself, believe in your ability, believe in that your imagination, your dreams will happen. Okay, Natalie Edwards. Oh. Natalie, trust in your ability, your strength, and where you want to go with your life. It says on the card, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. But just don't jump off a cliff and think you can fly, because you're not a bird. Don't do that bit. All right? So, but new beginnings, new challenges coming your way. And I feel what I want to say to you with this card is that if there's a new project that you're working on, trust that it will work. Take one step at a time, understand what you're getting yourself into, and it will work. If there's education and learning around you, be patient with that. Read notes, read any legal documents so you understand them without just jumping and taking that leap of faith. Trust in your abilities and where you're going to go forward with that. Who else has been on patiently? Jade. Cycles. Oh, look at that. You got the butterflies on there. There we go. So cycles just says that everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. So there's new beginnings, new changes for you, hence the cycles. We need to jump off of this routine that you're on, hence the cycle. Because what if you don't? You're doing the same thing time and time again. When you get up in the morning, do something different. Yes, you've got to go toilet first. I understand that. But instead of going and run into the kitchen and put the kettle on or put the radio on, do something different. Just change this cycle of your life. And if you've got to take the children to school, that's fine. But on the way back, why don't you just pop into a coffee shop? Or text a friend the following day, or before the following day. Text a friend to say, do you want to meet up the following day? Make a routine. Get out of this cycle, out of this routine, and things will start changing for you. But if you stay stuck and you don't want to make the change because you're contented, you're not going to grow. Okay, you have to go forward. You have to make these changes if you want to. Okay, it's your choice there. There you go. That's for you. Julie Caswell, the lovely Julie. That one. Intuition. That's a beautiful one of my favourite cards. There you go. New beginnings with the moon, and you've. Okay, this is we've got pendulum there. Look at that. But what I feel for you here, Julie, is, as the card says, listen to the whispers of your heart. Use definition tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. And there's obviously a situation at home, I feel, that you need to go within yourself to find the right answers where you want to go. Yes, it's saying about definition tools, but I feel you know the answers within yourself and you need to move forward on this. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is your future. So when you look at this, but I feel this is something surrounding not just you, but also a family member. That could be a sibling or brother or whatever the case may be, or that is a sibling idiot. But daughter or son or whatever the case may be, you need to follow, and they need to follow their instinct to move forward through a situation that is currently occurring. Yes, you can get advice from professional people, but sometimes we've got to follow our gut feeling, thinking this doesn't feel right, or it does feel right. But follow those intentions, and it will work for you. Okay. Who else? Very quickly, because we're running out of time. Sally Worker, I see on. I'm gonna see Wendy. Let's do Wendy first. Wendy Gawley. Friendships. Wendy, at this time, as the card clearly states, being friendships, is seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. Exactly what I've been saying all day to most people on here today. Well, most morning, not all day, because it's early afternoon. And if anybody's around my area, give me a shout. I'll buy you a slice of cake. Or steal it, one or two, I haven't decided yet. Not really, that's wrong. So yeah, friendships, time for change. You've got to believe that people around you can be trustworthy. A situation is arising or has arisen where you need to look into this, and friends will help there with you. Autumn time is going to be good, or it's the situation with the colours has happened since the autumn that still needs to be resolved and looked into. Trust people around you who can be there and guide you in the right direction for you. Michelle, I see here, who did I say? Sally. So it's Sally and Michelle, and Sue is here, and Rhonda's here. So Sally, Goddess, and another beautiful card. Look at the colours here. You can see they've got butterflies and flowers, and they got purple in there. I can see there as well, and pinks and whites. But when you look closely at the card, you can just see the two unicorns at the bottom there. So what do I feel about this? It's about time that when you look at that mirror and you turn around and say, I'm a goddess, I am beautiful. Start to love yourself. Honor the divine feminine energy. It says on the card, see your inner beauty, love every part of you. I know a little bit about you. We've talked a couple of times, and I don't know much about you. I don't know if your favourite colour is purple. I know that much. But what I feel from this card is saying to you, can you look inner? Look into the inner you. And I feel this is more spiritually than actually mentally or physically. I feel this is more spiritually, where you need to look within yourself to get the answers that you're seeking spiritually. I feel there's questions from past people who's passed that you haven't had answers from. The answers are there when you start believing your abilities and believing within yourself that you are capable of getting the answers within you. If that makes any sense. I hope it does, because I have no idea where that came from. But there you go. So that was you. So we haven't given Terry one yet. And so let's give her one. Oh, loads of cards flying off there. Innocence. Take time to play. Nurture your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder. I do know that you have two beautiful children. And then you've got the new moon, new beginnings, new start. When night comes along, it's a new day ahead, isn't it? So look forward to that future. Take time for yourself. Enjoy yourself. It is your time to have fun. Go out there, meet up with friends, take the family out. Time for you to have this energy of life put back into you, okay? And have this childhood behavior. When you have young children and they see you playing and having fun, that lifts up the energy as well, because they say, hey, look, mum's fun, sort of thing. And that's what we need to do. This is what I feel you need to do right now, is live like a child, have this sense of wonder. Look forward to the following day. What can you achieve for the following day? What's going to happen? Am I going to go out? Am I going to meet up with a friend for coffee? Am I going to have the biggest laugh that I've had for a long time? Am I going to go out and I'm going to trip over, I'm going to hurt my knee, but someone to pick you up every single time? Maybe your child is sitting there and picks you up. I'm not saying you're falling over, but what I'm saying is there's someone there who's going to always pick you up. And they're going to say, there, you're going to be fine. And that's going to bring that smile, because you know people around you are going to support you, they're going to guide you, but they have to understand what's going on. The truths are not always apparent. Okay? So with that, you sometimes have to play innocent to the situation and just keep going for what you want, but during that time, have fun with that. Okay, hope that helps in some way. Sally Ann. Hey Mark, nice to see you. Action, Sally Ann, for you. It says on the card, now is the perfect time to act, to take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. Absolutely. And at the beginning, I showed you my favorite cards, and this is one of them. I love this card. I love the vibrance of it. So what I feel for this, it is, as the card says, it's a good, perfect time to act. If you're going for a pay rise, if you're looking for a new beginning with your life, you're looking for changes where you want to start a new business. Maybe you want to start learning how to do the tarot cards or crystals or become a medium. This is a good time for you right now, for any plans or any desires that you have to go forward. It's a positive outcome for you there. Okay, you know, so I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to do really, really quick one. Who did I say I was going to do and I've forgotten? Because that's what I'm like. I have a terrible memory. Adam, Wendy, Anne's gone now. Sue Chadwick. Freedom. That's another George Michael song. We get lots of more George Michael songs. We had Patience earlier on, now we got Freedom. And it says here, live wild and free, choose your freedom, claim your independence. As I've been saying to a lot of people today, you got to look inside yourself where you want to go. I get the feeling there's a gentleman around you from the spirit who's trying to guide and support you, giving you signs recently, and you're not sure if that's them or not. Well, it is. So take that from that. Move forward. Okay. Hi, Caroline. Move forward with your life, with your dreams. You have this freedom right now. Take a deep breath. Feel this energy from spirit. They're allowing you to come closer to them. I don't know if you work spiritually or not. This is what I feel from this. Allow them to come in. Have this freedom of desire. Have this freedom of feeling the love from spirit. And it will go really, really well for you. Okay, one last one, I'm afraid. Jackie Cooper. Awareness. So Jackie, you've got awareness for you. And it says on the card, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. Yeah, very similar. Again, another one of my favorite cards. I love the vibrance of the colors, the energy of the earth side, and staying strong. How this unicorn is, I feel, so assertive. They know where they want to go. They know what they want to do, and live for the moment, because we never know what's going to happen tomorrow with our lives. So if we live each day as a blessing, talk to friends, go out, have fun. It's sunny outside. Enjoy, embrace your life. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of nature. because this is going to be a big part of your life. And I don't know why I'm saying that, but something to do with nature and embracing a new start with nature, or whatever. That could be doing your own vegetables or whatever the case may be. But this awareness is going to be fulfilled with what you want to do. Okay. Right, everybody, I'm going, because I think you've had enough of me waffling on for over an hour and a half now. And the show's only meant to be on for an hour. Maybe I am connecting to George Michael, Julie. Yeah, could be. That'd be nice. I can get all these secrets and write a book, make a money. So there you go. Anyway, everybody, have Kai. Just very quickly. I don't know why your name's come up in bold. Oh, what's going? Oh God, can't shuffle. The cards are going everywhere. Oh, I've got two cards stuck together to you, Kai. Intention and beloved. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. And also, beloved, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Absolutely. Well, I hope that helps with you, Kai, there. So new beginnings, set out the intentions if you're seeking a new partner, or if you're in a relationship and you want to be bloom, or you don't want a relationship. I don't know, whatever you decide, it's your choice. Whatever tensions are there, feel the love, what is around from spirit, follow that intention. There are new beginnings, I feel, because obviously the butterflies, and those who know my show, when I do my lives, when I see butterflies, for me, it's new growth, it's new beginnings, it's new chance for you to grow if you follow your intention. So if you've been sending them out to the universe and what you want to do, that could be education as well. They say about new relationships here, romance is returning to a relationship. Well, maybe that you had a passion. For example, you may have loved doing photography and a passion has just gone. And that's a new, you might think, well, you know, I want to try to get back into that again. So you reinventing a way you take photographs or do things, and this relationship for what you had is growing. You could look at it that way as well. Okay. Yes, Michelle, go and listen to George Michael songs, Richard. There's probably a message in there for you. Yeah, probably is. Yeah, I don't know which one, but I do love listening to him. I had the pleasure once, many, many years ago, obviously because he's dead now, invited to a concert, and all he did, I went to say hello and he walked straight past. I thought, you arsehole. No, not really. No, that's not true. No, he just walked past with his gang, and you know, I was just in the crowd. So yeah, it was nice. It was a nice experience to see, not meet him, but just as he walked past. But there you go. Anyway, everyone, have a fantastic day. What's left of it. Go out, please. Go out. Don't stay in. Enjoy this weather. Even if you go to your garden, sit in your garden, or sit on a balcony, or just walk around the local park. Just do something today. Don't waste this day, please, because you won't get it back again. But if you don't want to do something, ring someone up just to have a chat. Create a memory, because there's not enough memories out there for people to sit down, smile and laugh. And then 6 months down the line, when you're thinking, I'm feeling a bit low, you reflect back to that day, to this day, and say, you know what? I did do something with my life on that day. I baked a cake for everybody to share. It could be that simple. So with that in mind, have a great day, everybody. Tonight there is no Matt and Kirsty. So tomorrow we have something going on. I don't know what it is tomorrow. What is it tomorrow? It is astrology at 1 o'clock with Merjam. And then the lovely Deb Clark in the evening at 8 o'clock, which then reminds me to plug our holistic fair. If you're near Portsmouth area, we're having a mind, body and soul holistic fair, SPtv. It's going to be so many different stalls, ranging from crystals to aromatherapy to handmade products. So there's going to be spiritual healers there. There's going to be professional readers, people like Polly, Sam, Jane, Bill, Matt and Kirsty are going to be there. There's going to be free workshops. There's going to be free talks. We're having Rachel coming all the way from the USA, Skyping in to do a talk and a workshop all about palmistry. Sam are doing the runes, I believe. There's plenty of refreshments. There's going to be a lovely lounge there. There's plenty of free parking. You think, oh, I've got to do shopping. Well, quite lucky that the community centre where we're at in Waterlooville is right next door to Asda, if you shop in Asda. So you can go in there, do what you need to do your shopping, then come back in. All those options. So that's on the Saturday, the 11th of June. If you want to come, if you do have a stall and you live close by, then there are some spaces available for that. So all I need to say to you now is, sorry, Alison, that I've gone on a bit with your show finishing at 12 or 40 minutes late. Enjoy your day, take care, and bye for now.